Good morning. It is 7:08 a.m. on Monday, April 4th, 2022. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. I am improved over the weekend. I think I'm still a little bit like I could use another take it easy day, but whatever it was seems to be kind of Jedi mind trick. That's what that gesture is. um, I just basically took it easy yesterday, and although I did end up taking Rocket on a longer than usual walk because, of course, on his new diet, all he wanted to do at the dog park was beg the other owners for treats. It's going to be an adjustment period, alas. So let's see. Mike and I recorded our 2022 Oscar wrap up for for the Watching 100 Movies podcast. Yeah, I'm still a little bit slow, I think, this morning, but that went well last night. And our next episode, we kind of decided to talk about, the initial concept being take someone on the list who's on the list for a movie that we don't necessarily think is their best work, and talk about something else. So we chose Robert Zemeckis, who's currently on the AFI list for Forrest Gump, which, although it did some remarkable things that were surprising and fresh at the time that it came out, there's a lot of it that doesn't hold up super well, in my opinion, and so we're going to watch two of his other movies that we think are better. We're in particular going to talk about Back to the Future and Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and I'm excited to rewatch those movies. I mean, Back to the Future is almost a movie that I don't even have to rewatch. Like, I'm going to, but it's just I had that on a VHS taped off of HBO when I was little, and I watched it over and over, and I feel like I have the whole thing virtually memorized. It's just, that's one of those movies for me. And then Who Framed Roger Rabbit is also great. And I didn't rewatch that one over and over in the same way, but it's also remarkable. And sorry, I'm kind of rambling because I'm still a little bit spaced out. I need to get some caffeine, but that's fine. That's how it goes. I'm still playing a lot of Elden Ring. I feel like I'm going to just keep doing that until I beat it. I'm making progress through it, although it's a big game. There's a lot of stuff in that game. And I kind of continue to do the routine where I'm doing okay in an area, and then I move on to the new area that I just got access to, and then that feels really hard, and so I try it for a little while, and then I get discouraged, and then I go explore somewhere else and say, oh wait, no, this part's way easier, so I guess I'll go back to the other area later. But I also found an interesting little area last night. So the game has a lot of little sort of self-contained mini dungeons where they tend to follow specific templates in terms of their appearance and so on, but they're sometimes called legacy dungeons, I think. But in any case, in this one, it's pretty clever in how it's kind of sneaky, because you're going through this area and you pass through several rooms that are shapes that you are familiar from other dungeons. But then you get through to an area that it feels like this might be, towards the end of this little pattern. And it feels like, for a moment, like, oh, okay, and you've, in a very common format for these, you get to the area, the finish area, and then it returns you, like, gives you a shortcut back to that first area. but you're usually looking for this lever that's going to open the boss door. And so you find yourself, wait, I'm back to the beginning, but I didn't find the lever. Where is it? But then you start realizing, wait a minute, something's different. This, the bodies, the bodies of the enemies that I killed aren't there, and certain small details are different. And you realize, wait, this isn't the beginning at all. It's just a room shaped identically. And you discover that there's a couple of iterative loops where it seems like you're in the same area, but it's actually not, and it's tricking you that way, and I thought that was kind of neat. In any case, I'm going to leave it there, and I will talk to you all tomorrow for 5 more minutes, and then I'm going to go have some caffeine and take a shower. And I'll, talk to you tomorrow for 5 more minutes. That's it. If I don't say that as the last thing, it feels weird.